Just a thought or two, and predictability. So many times that our life, our modern day life, is so predictable in what we do, what we say, who we meet, and how we cope with that predictability. For many of us nowadays, we have become bored with our own lives. We have become bored with the people that we encounter because there's no change, no variable, no excitement, no challenge. And when we do have those challenges, we seem to fail or crumble at the sight of it. And it's a hard pill to take, and we're wondering why we can't necessarily cope with what's happening. Our minds seem to just not able to comprehend that the predictability has become our own weakness, our own Achilles heel that has given us a sense of boredom, the silent killer, I suppose, of the modern age. The digital life is brilliant. It has given us so many things that we can be thankful for, but I suppose we have become spoilt because we have not been prepared to change our life, allow variety. And as the old saying goes, variety is the spice of life. We need that spice. We need that element that can't be predicted. The element that we inject into our own lives. We take a different route to work. We take a different source of beverage. Instead of coffee, we do tea, we drink a soup, we just speak to somebody new. Predictability, in some ways, can be, and most likely is, becoming the modern day plague, because everything can be predicted. Or most of our digital life is tracked, catalogued in one way or another. And I dare say if some AI read our digital footprint, they could more or less predict what we could be doing next. But what if we decide to be adventurous and decide, you know what, I'm not going to be going by car today, I'm going to go by bus, or I'm going to go in by bicycle, or in fact I'm just going to go on a little day trip somewhere totally new, I've never gone before. Or you phone up a friend and say, let's go somewhere. Whether they go with you or not, you just take the trip. Our minds needs the variation, the challenge of something new, breaking past the mundane. We can't be a people that are just so robotic in our lifestyle that life loses meaning. It's like having a food that has become boring. A food that hasn't been spiced, that hasn't been prepared properly. It's plain, it's boring. It may look good, but it hasn't got any spice to it. Anything to talk about around the table. What exciting things have you spoken about to a friend? You sat at a table, there's been no phone, no texting, and you just spoke, just chatted. about the most ridiculous things possible. Things that made you laugh. Things that, you felt a little bit foolish doing. When have you sat down and done something like that? To allow your mind to just take a different route. And I'm sure that if you decided to do something like that, you might be surprised where it could lead you. Because running a life that is so predictable, it will smother you eventually at some point or another. And now we are facing a massive epidemic on the mental health side of things over the last few years, to say the least. But in fact, it's been building up for so long now. Predictability is good in one form, but we as humans, we need that element of unpredictability. And I remember quite a few times that when I have done things that has been unpredictable, my friends, family says, "Why have you done that? I would never expect you to do anything like that." And I sat back and went, yes, I know. I surprised myself as well. If you're able to surprise yourself, then you know you need to do something about your life. Do something that will give yourself a surprise every now and again. Because the more that you can have that sense of unpredictability, I think you'll find life to be that little bit more interesting. And that's one of the things that we do need in life. Something that is interesting. Something that will give us something to think about from another angle. Because many times when it's so predictable, you think you've got all the bases covered, every angle covered, when in fact you may not have anything covered. And you're just fooling yourself. Because you think, everything I have is so precise and so digitized that, I know what's happening. And when in fact, something so simple could come along and just overturn your whole world because you have not been able to be unpredictable, been able to think in another way. And it could be something so simple, just to think of doing something that you may not normally have done. Something fun. Something that brings laughter. There are so many things that we need as humans to be doing. And for many of us, we have started to lose that ability, because once that unpredictability starts to fade, fear steps in. And if fear starts to step in, then we are more on unsettled ground. We must be prepared to do something that is unpredictable every single day. Small or big, it doesn't matter. But something that can bring a smile to your face. Or something that will give your mind something to think about. And everything starts within the mind. So the more that we can give our mind something to think about, something unusual that we haven't done before. And you know what? The funniest thing is, something as simple as smelling a flower could start a process that could take you to who knows where. So the challenge is that predictability, Yeah, we all know it. We all live through it every single day. But what about doing something that is not predictable? You know, I'm not saying to jump out of a airplane with a parachute, do a parachute jump. No, unless you're inclined to do that. That's entirely up to you. But just stop and think. And thinking, that's another thing I could talk about. But just thinking about your day, thinking about who you are. You know, what things that you could do that will be unpredictable, that will surprise yourself. That is in some ways the challenge. You know, something that would you go, oh, now that's interesting. Never tried that before. You know, because when you start getting people, family members, your partner saying, I never expect you to do anything like that, and they smile and laugh and says, oh, there's another side of you I'm just learning about. And you may go, yeah, me too. I didn't expect myself to do anything like that. So don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't talk yourself out of doing something that is unpredictable. Something that is, in some ways, a little bit out of character for you. You know? Give yourself that freedom to step outside those straight parallel lines. You know? And if you're very daring, you could make those lines wavy and curvy and different colours. One quick story. I remember in the 80s, and there was this company called, I think it was called the sock company, shoe company, or the sock company. They had all these kiosks around London, mainly, and they would sell all these unusual socks, bright colours, different patterns, and it was a bit of a rage that you'll see men and women with different designs on their, you know, the socks, or even the ladies with the tights, and people wear odd socks, and it was a bit of a talking point. And you know, people were thinking, oh, that's unusual, and it would bring a smile because you know which shop they've been to, because it was just something different. And I dare say there's things that you could do in your life now that would bring a smile to your face and to other people, because they think, oh, that's unusual, that's funny. You know, some people, socks, could be a tie, it could be, who knows. The imagination is open, and it's for you to explore that. And I would encourage you to don't limit yourself to the status quo, because one thing now that's going to be happening is that as more and more things become more predictable, what's going to be needed is people who are unpredictable, that can think a little bit different, say things a little differently, see things from a different angle. And those who are brave enough to do something like that, they will enjoy life more, And it's not just about the rewards. The rewards, it's not just about the financial or whatever or status. It's just the reward of enjoying life. To know that you've exercised something of your own mind in that day, in the day that you're living. Your mind has been expanded. You have decided to live a different part of your life in a new way. It's something to be explored. And the funny thing is, I dare say when you start to do it, people around you will be looking at and thinking, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I had the courage to do that. It doesn't take a lot of things to do something that is different. A decision. Allowing your mind, and so I suppose the part of you that you've maybe not even explored for so long, to take that step of adventure, boldness, the courage to do something that is unpredictable. Unpredictability, I dare say, in the near future is going to be the new buzzword. You know, people say, what have you done that is out of character, that is not part of your normal routine? And I won't be surprised, you know, people going for jobs, they'll be interviewing you, they'll be asking you, so what have you done that is unusual recently? Well, that's my little chat, rant, I suppose. But predictability can, and most likely is, becoming a modern day Achilles heel. Break it before it becomes something addictive. Well, anyway, looking forward there. Until next time, take it easy. Take care. Bye.